It's March 2021, and here's your horoscope. Let's animate it so that we can see exactly what's happening in the next 30 days for you. Now, that's if your ascendant is Aries, your sun sign may be Aries, or even if you know your lunar position, then this is going to apply to you. This position of the moon, darkening moon here in the 7th house, which is the relationship part of your horoscope, receives some tough aspects there around the 3rd. But it's these three planets here, Neptune, Sun and Venus, which relate to your 7th house of relationships. That's Venus, along with the Sun ruling your 5th house of love affairs, all converging here on this 12th house, the sign of Pisces. So a lot of your energy with your spouse, your children, will be particularly pronounced this month. And you notice that transiting of the moon there on the 6th, creating these difficult aspects to these planets that I've just been talking about. The area of expense, the area of retreat, the area of secrets, all these parts of the life of an individual are shown by this 12th house. You'll notice also that Venus is very near the Sun during this phase. And this is what we call combustion. So the planet of relationships for you is under a little duress this month, Aries. There's an intensification of your feelings. That may also extend to work around the 8th and 9th when the moon makes contact with Pluto. We have the triplicate of Saturn, Jupiter and Mercury now gone forward here in your 11th house. This movement of planets away from Saturn is really opening up things for you in your social life. And again, there around the 11th of March, you'll note the connection with the moon to Mercury and Jupiter. These three planets are quite good. That affords you some good social opportunities around, just leading up to the middle of the month. You notice here the dark moon now in the 12th house. This is the acts of charity, or might I say acts of self-sacrifice, where you become the victim in the process. New moon on the 14th is important. That's also in the 12th house. So it could show that you're digging deep to find a way to deal with that instinct to help others, but at the same time not disadvantage yourself. I think that's very, very important. Triangular position here of the moon in your sun sign throughout the 15th and 16th, making favourable aspects to the south node or the karmic point in your 9th house. These are educational and spiritual pursuits, legal matters, and some abrupt changes that can take place, perhaps related to that in your finances as the moon makes contact with Uranus in your 2nd house. That's going to continue month on month as we study the transits of the moon around this area of your horoscope. A lot of finances on your mind through that period. That could be triggered very, very quickly. There could be some sudden turn of events. You might suddenly realise, oh my God, I need to get some cash together pretty quickly. And that's when the negotiations start around the 19th. Very forcefully too, I might add, with the moon transiting here into the 3rd house. A mixture of aspects, a hard aspect to Mercury. I'd postpone any of the decisions you have to make contractually, even though you've got some nice constructive energies taking place as a result of Saturn. Wait for the moon to pass. It's going to move into a much more favourable aspect here around the 21st, 22nd, just as the Sun and Venus enter your sun sign. That's a much more open and convivial sort of planetary transit for you. And it brings a lot of popularity into the picture, especially for the coming month as the Sun is exalted in this area. Domestic issues are also on the agenda, nicely so, with that Venus and Sun indicating some social activities maybe in the home, then with your kids, if you happen to have kids, or creative pursuits that really take a positive turn at this time of the month. Some difficulties again, you're going to find that each month as the moon makes that opposition aspect to Saturn. That could be rather heavy on your love life, causing you some tension or a cooling off of your emotions. The 26th and 27th, have a look at the moon moving through this area of your horoscope. Opposition to Mercury and Neptune. This is a health area, Aries, so you have to be careful of the medication you're taking, the diet that you're consuming. Generally, when there's a Mercury and Neptune here, there's some confusion. That could even be confusion surrounding the medical practitioner that you're consulting. In any case, you notice here the full moon right there on the 29th, right at the tail end of the month, focusing back in on what started the month out for you, which was the relationship issues and that Venus and Sun that were in the 12th house. Slightly different now when these two planets emerge out of that hidden area of your horoscope. It's almost as if you've been in a bit of a gathering stage and now are able to come out and share what it is you've learned with the world. Subscribe here now. Come and see me at astrology.com.au. We've got the monthly readings there for you and a whole lot of new specials that you can get in our shop if you're looking to get some reports, find out about yourself, your partner, your kids, your profession, your karma. Drop me a line if you want to make some inquiries. I'm always here to answer you to the best of my ability. And I'll see you again next month. Take care, Aries. Bye-bye.